Welcome back, you're watching 9 News. Aucklanders are provided with a chance to experience ancient and beautiful Chinese culture through the magic and spectacle of the world-renowned Shaolin Kung Fu artist from Songshan Shaolin Kung Fu Vocational Institute in China, accompanied by musicians from Henan University. For today's story, Anna Ma meets with the crew during one of their school tours, experience firsthand a unique and exciting taste of Chinese culture.
The Confucius Institute provides students and the wider community with a fantastic opportunity to see the world-renowned Shaolin artists from Songshan Shaolin Wushu Vocational Institute, China, accompanied by musicians from Henan University. The crew leader, Mrs. Xu, said such performances will cement the strategic cooperative partnership between the two countries, strengthen cooperation in such fields as bilateral investment, trade and infrastructure, and achieve mutually beneficial results.
我们这次来新西兰的话，是在国家汉办孔子学院总部的支持下，有这个河南省教育厅组织，还有这个当地的奥克兰大学孔子学院协办的一场这个海外的武术与民乐的学院活动。这个活动的话，我们已经做了很多年了，并且的话去过美国、意大利、西班牙、俄罗斯，还有瑞典等等的国家。我们现在目前的话呢，已经演出了60多场了，观众大概有10多场。通过这些演出的话，我们感觉到就是说，能通过少林功夫和中国的民族的这个乐器呢，然后让国外的观众的话了解中华文化，了解中国的一些现状，也了解我们这个孔子学院的真正目的是让通过孔子学院的话呢，让更多的外国人了解我们，了解中国，这样的话也更有利于我们今后的这个贸易啊，还有其他方面的一些交流和发展。
Erhu performer Meng Meng also expressed such performances will enhance cultural understanding between New Zealand and China.
我觉得我们不远万里的从中国来到新西兰，把我们国家的这些武术还有民乐的这些表演带到这里的话，我觉得这个对我们两国人民的交流，也包括我们了解这个新西兰的文化和新西兰的人民了解我们中国的传统文化，这是一个非常好的机会。
He felt honored to have this opportunity to perform and was delighted to the enthusiasm from the audience.
能有这次机会，我感到非常的荣幸。那来到这新西兰之后，我感觉每场演出，都非常的轰动。然后我们来这已经第9天了，然后现在有超过8000人看过我们的演出，反响都很好。
Having experienced firsthand of the unique and exciting taste of this Chinese culture through attending one of the crew school tours, one could witness the passion and excitement from the students. Students' eagerness to learn the Chinese language and also the Kung Fu shows a positive trend of an increasingly multicultural society globally, where the love for one's culture has no international borders. Anna Ma, 9 News.
Now we have a TV9 host from Asia Focus, Julian Nixon, to comment on the right to success belief hinders achievement.
University students who believe they have a right to achieve success are more likely to struggle at exam time than other students. This is the conclusion of research published by the University of Otago this week. Researchers say that excessive entitlement is on the rise among tertiary students, but no other studies had looked at how it impacted on performance. The study of almost 300 students sitting a marketing and consumption paper noted the entitlement beliefs of each student and used these beliefs as the basis for predicting their final exam scores at the end of the term. The results show that for the first time that students with a greater perception of personal entitlement perform worse than their peers in the final exam, but only when they found the paper more difficult than expected. An explanation of what's driving this growing perception of entitlement could be, according to some experts, attributed to rising student fees and the commodification of tertiary education. In other words, there's a groundswell of opinion among students that they're entitled to pass because they've got to pay for their studies. The research comes amid a focus on cheating, with 2 Otago University students admitting ghostwriting assignments, and an alleged commercial cheating service is under investigation. It's also not too much of a stretch to assume that students with high levels of entitlement could also be more likely to cheat. People who believe they are entitled to pass could view cheating as a practical means of getting what they believe they deserve, rather than being something that's immoral. Lead author Dr. Donna Anderson says it's interesting but not surprising that excessive entitlement is most likely to raise its ugly head when students are faced with a challenge. Other factors that predicted exam performance in the study were personal responsibility and internal motivation. Dr. Anderson says entitlement attitudes can be altered by shifting students' beliefs about what they can legitimately expect from their learning institutions and what they need to expect from themselves. Good advice.